Hello, dividend executives. It is Friday, so you already know we are jumping into the account. We are trading options. We're reviewing our plays from last week, and we are opening up some new positions for this week. Probably a lot of call rolls and put rolls, and let's just see where we're at. So for the day, we are up 85 or basically flat. For the week, we are down, and this is because of Tesla. For the month, we're still up about $2,000. Past 3 months, $13,000. And this year, when we brought this account over, $15,000. So 27%. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we have about $99 of buying power. Our Apple call is looking good. Our AMC puts are looking good. Our Amazon call is looking good. Our Tesla call is looking good. And a TSLL put is also looking good. So everything's looking great. So what we are going to do is we're going to close out some positions and we are going to roll into next week. So first things first, we're going to start off with Apple. We played this one safe last week. We did the 195 strike. As you can see, it is 2 cents to buy back or $2. We are up 94% on this position or 93.75, and we made $30 on this one. Again, this is a long-term play, not a whole lot of premium behind this one. We are up big time on Apple as a position, which we can look over a little bit. But so right now we are going to roll this position. So let's take a look. We're going to go out to July 28th. If I did the 195 call again, which is what we're at now, we'd be looking at $120 credit. We are not going to do that. We're going to play it a little bit safer. So we will probably do the 197.5, which will net us a $55 credit after the roll. And what I mean by roll is we are trading. Right here, you can see at the bottom the order summary. We are buying to close the 195 for $2. We are opening the 197.5, and the credit after the close and the open is roughly $55. This rolls the strike up a little bit, so this gives us a little bit more room for the stock to run over the next week. Not a whole lot of room, but a little bit more room to run, and we'll see if this gets filled. Worst case scenario, you might have to lower the limit down to 54 or 53. You can see the bids 53, the ask is 55, so we will keep an eye on that as we go through this. AMC $3 put, these are now down to a penny. We'd love to see that. 83% of our money, so we're up $30 on this one. We were paid 36, and we're probably just going to roll this one out. Honestly, I really don't mind trading AMC every single week. We have earnings coming up, but not this week, so I think I'll probably go for the 3 again, and we can get another $36 and rinse and repeat what we did last week. Let's throw this in, and let's hope that this fills for the 36. Worst case scenario, we have to bring it down a little bit, but we are right there in the middle of the bid ask of the 5 and the 7, so we'll get that roll on the way. Some of these do take a little bit of time to fill. Worst case scenario, we got to go in and close them out and reopen, but we have a lot of trades today, so we might as well just throw some limit orders in there and see if they fill while we're going through these other ones. AMC 3.5, we are up $80 on this play. These are down to a penny, so no problem. Let's go ahead and let's buy to close this. So we're going to do 5 contracts. You can see at the top we have 5 contracts open. We're going to pay $1 back, and this is going to be a great trade for us this week. On the 3.5, we were paid $85, so there we go. So that frees up our collateral there, and you can see our buying power will go up to now 1,800, and we might end up having to roll, or we might end up having to close and do some of these manually, but no worries. Let's jump into Amazon. Amazon's trading at 130 now, so you can see our 143 call is good to go. Let's go in and let's roll this option as well. So July 28th, we're going to do this for next week. I really like trading the weeklies. That's what I'm comfortable with. I have a pretty good grasp on what I think a stock will move in a week and how the deltas perform overall. So I like trading that. We'll probably go a little bit safer, maybe something like this, what a 0.14 delta. Amazon's a really long position for me, so I like to squeeze a little bit of premium out of it, but for the most part, I really just like to get the share appreciation if it's there. So 90% chance of profit. Delta is 0.12. Theta, this is eating away basically $10 a day, $10.50 a day. Lots of volume. We have 4,800 open interest, 1,100 volume, and the IV is really low, 39. So we'll probably go for the 139. This is rolling down and out, but we'll get a 42 credit to do this as long as we can get the fill. And this allows us to play the game one more week. But I mean, you got to think about it. If we can do $40 each and every single week on my Amazon shares, that's quite the dividend. I mean, it buys us a share every month if we were to look at it that way. Lots of limits open, so you can tell the market is not filling as fast. Let's jump down here. So we got the Amazon, the Apple, the AMC. We've already rolled over. Let's see. So Tesla had earnings this week. Honestly, the earnings weren't that bad, but Elon kind of rambled in his call a little bit like he usually does, and the short interest really took over on the stock. So the stock has fallen big time. It was up in the 290s, and we were up big on the position, and then now went down to the 260s as you see. But this is a long-term position for me. Volatility is the game, and I don't really mind it. So IV is 474%, as you can see. So we're going to roll this position. This is a penny. This Apple just filled. So Apple filled for 55. So love to see that. Let's scroll down to the bottom here. So we got paid $247 for this. And yeah, so we're going to close it for $1 and we're going to book $246 in 1 week. That is the power of what we're doing. Tesla, obviously, the IV is really high. The stock moved like $30 this week. So, you know, there's a lot of risk with that. It takes a big stomach and a big account to be able to trade this. But I mean, honestly, to be able to make $247 or $246 this week off of this is crazy to me. I mean, it almost buys you a whole share just by selling a call. So we're going to roll this position. We're obviously going to have to go down because we're not anywhere close to that $320 mark. So we're going to come down here. And like I said, I'm going to go for less premium here, maybe like the 290. I don't want to lose this, and Tesla, I mean, could jump like crazy. So this is a 0.1 delta, low IV on this one. Volume, open interest is good. Yeah, we're going to go for this. So this will be a 290. I do have some other positions in my regular brokerage account opened up at the 285 and the 282. So we're going to go a little bit safer on this one. We're going to go with the 287.5. So obviously it's way far from a 320. We're going to get $118 for this. Still a good probability. Let's see. I'm going to do 1.18 and see if we can get a fill there for 118. So it says 2-leg. It's going to buy my old one and it's going to open my new one, and hopefully we can get a quick fill on this. Boom, just like that. So 118. So $118 we're going to receive for that. I mean, you can see the power of what we're doing here. $30 there, $40 there, 118. You know, we can consistently collect 200 plus every single week doing this strategy. So it looks like Apple did fill, Amazon filled, Tesla filled, and you can see that by looking at the expiration date at the bottom, 7/28. We do have a couple more left here. We haven't got a fill on this AMC short position, so no problem there. So what we'll probably end up doing is I'm just going to cancel this order. And I'll just go in and I'll buy to close this, and then we'll look at some other things. So we're going to go in here. We're going to do AMC. We're going to trade, buy. Actually, first, before we do that, let's just look at what we're at here. Yeah, so $30. If we go to close this, $36, 6 contracts, 1 penny. We're going to get $30 in premium that we booked to the account. And when I say that is we were paid $36 in premium last week when we sold the option. We paid $1 back. We could have let it expire worthless today, but for me, I wanted to make the trades here live, so we're going to close it out for a penny per share, and we are going to get that cash back in our account. So you'll see the buying power go up, and then we have one last one here. This is TSLL. This is a fun one. Love trading this stock. We may let this expire worthless unless it'll let me close out for 0.3. The kind of tricky part about this one is the volume's not as much. So it says 0.01, but you really can't buy it for 0.01. They're in increments of 0.05, which is kind of a bummer. Let's see. Sometimes it'll let you fill for 0.03. Let me just see if it'll let us fill. Most of the time it says update. Yeah, so we can close this out for $5, or I can honestly just let this expire worthless, which is probably the better move. So we're at $17. I just really don't see us going to $17 today. Unless Tesla had a massive sellout, but it already did that yesterday. So I think I'm just going to let that one expire worthless, and we will book the full $70 on that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and trade what we do have available. I think Mara was struggling today. Yeah, it's down a little bit, so we could trade we could trade 2 of these. So if we sell the put on Mara, we could sell the 15. We have $3,000 available. And this will net us $41. Boom. So we should, yeah, we have plenty to do that. So we'll do the 15, a little bit safer on that one. Still nets us 42. It's kind of crazy to watch $3,000 make you $42, and then on the flip side, you know, $16,000 can make you that same amount of money. So that's why I kind of like to mix up the risk, the reward ratio. Just gives you a little bit of exposure to both sides. If we were assigned, our average cost would be the $14.79, taking into account the premiums. And this has good volume, 2,900 open interest, 2,400, 100% IV. So that's really good when you're selling options. And the delta is a 0.16. So we have a decent chance of getting assigned, but the stock has to pull back quite a bit too. So that's where we're at today. The account's sitting at about 72,000. Tesla sell-off really hurt us. We were up big time on our shares. We're up 4,000 plus on Apple, almost 2,000 on Amazon. And Tesla, I mean, I kid you not, 2 days ago, I was up like $2,000 or $3,000 on this position, and now we're down. So, you know, that's just the name of the game. Sometimes it happens like that. And speaking of which, now we're down to the 263. One thing I like to do is I like to average down if I can. So let's do, I'm just going to buy 2 more shares. Like I said, I'm a long-term holder of Tesla. I'll continue to buy it at any price. I think over the 10-15 year period, this will be a great investment. So long-term, this is IRA for me, and I'm not accessing this money for a very, very, 30, 40 years. So I'm just going to keep continuing to buy stocks, and we'll keep averaging down. If Tesla keeps dipping, then we'll keep buying more and more and more, and maybe we'll get up to the 200 share count. We'll just have to see. So that's where we're at right now. We have 369 available. The TSL puts will expire, and I'll probably sell some more on Monday, and then we can review those next week. And everything else is rolled out for next week. So we just made a couple $100. The count continues to rise slowly and surely each and every single week. And so far this year has gone really well. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Happy investing. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Appreciate the support, and we'll catch you next week. See you later.